Hello, everyone. We're back again in John DiLeo's basement in another unique corner of his highly historic space. And he's going to tell us about another actor who was robbed and didn't get an Oscar based on his book, Not Even Nominated.
Not even nominated. 40 overlooked co stars of Oscar winning performances. So somebody in the movie won an Oscar, somebody else, as good, maybe even better, wasn't even nominated. The one I'm going to mention today is from the movie Roman Holiday, 1953. Of course, it's the movie that makes Audrey Hepburn a major star. She wins the Best Actress Oscar. She's the new Princess of Hollywood and begins her illustrious movie career. The leading man is Gregory Peck, who was not even nominated. They're both wonderful in the movie. They have wonderful chemistry, and it just seems like he was unfairly overlooked, taken for granted. Now, she was new to the American movie-going public, but Peck was an established star when he made Roman Holiday, and the story goes that while they were shooting it, because he was a big star, was going to have star billing, but as they were making it, he realized how marvelous she was and how she was really coming across with a kind of magic. So he insisted that she have what we'd call equal billing, because he didn't want to be embarrassed when she got all the reviews, which was very generous of him, of course. Now, at this point, he had already been nominated for an Oscar 4 times without winning for The Keys of the Kingdom.
Was he robbed those other 4 times too?
I don't think so.
No, he was
The Keys of the
honing his
Kingdom,
craft.
The Yearling, Gentleman's Agreement, 12 O'Clock High. 12 O'Clock High. I think the best of the four, I'd say, was his performance in 12 O'Clock High. But, and he was great in a movie called The Gunfighter, which didn't get him a nomination. Now, of course, jump to the 60s, he finally wins for the role of his life, Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, 1962. So he will get his. What's interesting about Roman Holiday is, even though he'd been a star for nearly a decade, he hadn't done a comedy, and he's wonderful. He's really effortless, getting all his laughs, doesn't seem to be trying very hard. He's charming, he's easy. As I said, they have wonderful chemistry, and he has a lovely transition. Well, they both really do, because he's sort of a cynical reporter, an American stationed in Rome. He's kind of aimless. He doesn't really have any money in his pockets. And through the course of the 24 hours he spends with a runaway princess, now he knows who she is. He thinks he's going to have the scoop of the century. He doesn't want her to know that he's a reporter. She doesn't know that he's a reporter. She's just on the loose, tells him she's run away from school, not from the embassy of her country. So they have this wonderful day and they fall in love. And again, they're both changed by the fact that they've fallen in love without expecting to, of course. And the ending is quite moving because obviously they can't be together. She's a princess and has her royal duties. And so, from his perspective, he is a changed man. It's really beautiful to watch him sort of shed all that sort of wise guy newspaper stuff about getting the story, not letting her know who she is, to just sort of being stripped of all the facade, and really being moved by what's happened to him, changed forever. He can't have her, but he's not the same guy he was the day before that. And the same is true of her. She'll have this memory for the rest of her life, despite whoever they make her marry, a royal marriage that's good for her country. And so it turns bittersweet. It's a romantic comedy, but it leaves you with a lot of, something that stays with you. And he has some lovely moments in the final scenes of all these sort of things you can see on his face, of the mixed emotions of the joy.
It's an unhappy ending?
Well,
Unrequited love?
yeah, they can't be together.
Mm-hmm.
And I get spoiler alert, um, but he takes with him this sort of lovely experience, and so it's just a mix of joy at what has happened, sadness that it can't go beyond what's already been, and they both play it so beautifully, just without words in the last scene, where she's doing a a public appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of the reporters, and so nothing can be said specifically, but you can see it on both their faces, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful film, directed by the great William Wyler. A funny performance by Eddie Albert, who was nominated as Best Supporting Actor as Peck's pal and photographer. So yeah, I think Peck proved he could go beyond the seriousness of the many of the roles he's played. The thoughtful, well-meaning, honest, do-gooding man, and play something light and charming and sometimes silly, and show that he could be a lot of fun to be around.
So you righted a great wrong. Gregory Peck, wherever you are.
Yes.
You
You're
might have
funny,
been
Greg.
unnoticed
You're
by
funny.
the Motion Picture Academy, but John DiLeo did
Yes.
not escape his notice. Thanks so much, John.
Thanks, Nick.